Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode. Three ways people respect you in Malaysia. So, these are three ways that I've personally realized. These are three ways that I've experienced. They may not work for you. All I'm saying is that these are the three ways that people respect you most in Malaysia. And this is something, again, personally I've been through, and it is one of the most important things when it comes to respect. So, the number one way people actually respect you is where you come from. So, whether it's your country, whether it's your race, even whether it's your religion, people are actually interested where you come from. So if you're Malaysian or if you're foreigner, in obviously for this case, some of you guys are Malaysian, so people are also interested in which state you're from, whether you're from Terengganu, whether you're from Kelantan, Sabah, or Sarawak. People often associate you as a person with the country that you're from or the state you're from. People also interested in the race you're from. So whether you're Chinese, Indian, Malaysian, Bengali, Thailand, Indonesian, etc., etc., these races are also a representation of who you are as a person. And very, very often, if you're a race from the same group, so for example, if a Chinese meets a Chinese, people respect you more just because you're from the same race. And same goes for religion. So personally, I'm a Muslim, and I've realized because me being a Muslim, meeting other Muslims from the same community, whether it's a mosque or or a university, I feel a closer brotherhood, and I feel that I get more respected for just having the same religion as the other person. So the place you grew up. So this is very interesting because I see a lot of people are not proud of, or people are not so brave when it comes to explaining where you grew up. So whether, for example, you're a policeman, you're a medic, or the specific college or institute. I have friends who grew up in University Malaya, for example, and they don't tell other people that they grew up there. And I don't understand why, because it is something firstly you should be very proud of, because a lot of people don't have the same privilege of growing up in that specific place, and other people actually respect you for growing up or being in that specific sector, whether it's a university again, or college, or police, or hospital. People actually respect you for just being there. So that is something, when you introduce yourself to new people, that is something you can always casually mention. And who knows, maybe the person also grew up at that same particular place, and therefore the person will respect you more for just having that mutual history or mutual background. Number two, people are absolutely interested here and respect you for who you are as a person. So not only do I mean titles such as Datuk, Tanzri, Datin, CEO, etc., etc. People are interested who you are as a person. Very often they would look at your social media accounts. They would like to understand if you have a strong digital presence. People are quite interested in your personal branding. If you're a creator, or if you're an entertainer, or if you're an influencer, very often who you are as a person is portrayed within your social media accounts. So this will probably be another episode. So have a strong social media presence so that people can actually understand and see who you are as a person. So is your name important? Are you associated to a royal family? Does your name carry any importance with companies? So is your name important? For most of you ladies and gentlemen out there, if your family doesn't carry a significant name, now is the time to start your destiny. Now is the time to start your journey and to make your name absolutely important here. The first thing people think about you, and that is associated with knowing what you want. So, this is an experiment you can conduct with your close friends and family. Ask them, what is the first thing they think about you when they mention your name? Are you known as a driven person? Are you named as courage? Are you known as being courageous, brave? Are you known as a person who comes on time comes on time every time? Are you known as a strict person? Even if it's negative things, these can also be a positive twist. So, for example, if you're known for a person who always comes late or who's very lazy, at least you understand that people portray you like that. That is the first impression people think about you. And very often, if it's a first impression, then the majority of people, so the other people, will probably think of you the same way. And if it is a negative thing, like being lazy or not being on time, then at least it is something you can always work towards. Number three, so where do you work? People here in Malaysia are absolutely interested for some reason and respect you for the company or for the organization, for the brand that you represent. So whether you work for, I don't know, Sunway Group, whether you play in a specific football club, whether you work in some cool organization, people associate you and respect you for just working in that particular organization. So, with that being said, and I've experienced this myself, people are more interested in the company, in the organization, in the college, in the university you work in, rather than the job title. So, what you do there. People are interested in where you work more than what you do there as work. So, people, care less if you're a assistant or you're a junior associate, or if you're a student, or if it's your second year or first year. People are already interested and respect you and have a powerful impression for just being or just working, or for just literally being at that specific place. So your previous company is definitely a bonus factor, and it is something that you guys should always consider explaining to other people, especially when you introduce yourself. People are quite interested here in the previous companies you work in. For example, if you previously worked in a Johorian company and you're suddenly applying for a KL company, do always mention the previous companies you work in, because you never know. Maybe the previous company has some relation to your current company, and there might always be a plus point that you might not be aware about. And so, my final tip, and it's a slight add on to all of this, is stick to one company rather than frequently jumping from one smaller company to another one. I understand, as young millennials, as young people, we like to change companies more frequently than we literally change our clothes. But it is absolutely not advisable, especially if the company is small. And sticking to one company that has a good reputation would definitely paint a better way for your future when it comes to applying for new companies. People are always interested to how long you stay in a place. They don't care in how frequently you jump from one place to the other.